Welcome everyone to the 15th episode of this show. I'm Arthur Perkins. This is APGamingREAL. It's a day. Things happened. Been a week. Someone told me I seemed Canadian today. I felt like that was a compliment on their part, but I feel like Canada should be gravely insulted. Nothing?
Wait. Why do you hang on? What does you seem Canadian? Is that like
I don't know. I felt like maybe they thought I was polite or something.
I thought you would have said sticky with maple syrup.
It is true. I have to wipe off every hour on the hour.
Yeah. or like surrounded and consumed by the natural snowy forces Canada is known for.
It's mostly just a polite thing, even if you meant it or not. Probably.
Okay, there's that. Sometimes
any consolation as the resident Canadian, I mean, you're passable. You'd probably come to Canada and no one would give you guff.
You're passable.
Look, man, I've been considering getting business cards, and I really want to have a quote that just says, "Look, man, you're passable," right there, dead center. I'm gonna bump the APGamingREAL name up on the card just to make that quote dead center.
Hell yeah, my man, do it.
Just like put the countries, get like all your friends from different countries to like give you a rating and see if you would pass in their country as one of them.
I mean, is a Canadian passable? Is that like a 5 or is that like a 7? Is it on the scale of hotness or is it on the scale of video game ratings?
That's a good point. Got you there.
Come back to me on that. It's a tough scale. It's like the way in which you carry yourself, you would pass just fine as a Canadian.
Oh, hey there, guys. It's me, APGamingREAL. I just wanted to sit down and talk to you tonight. My man Finley, how are you doing? Did you have a great day? Yeah. Look, I just want to start by apologizing because we weren't here last week.
Tell me about your day.
Tell me about your day.
It was amazing.
Yeah, no. Now you have to tell us about this bar crawl that you did with your girlfriend and all the Valentine's Day sex that you guys had.
Oh yeah, no, it was.
Oh yeah,
much like a sticky Canadian with his maple syrup.
Oh my god,
it was
this is a mistake.
It was a woman's.
No, it was great. We went into this like fucking abandoned underground restaurant bar area, and
I'm getting alarmed, man. Did you get turned into a vampire?
Yeah.
This sounds like the vampire recruitment scene from every vampire movie ever.
I'll have to. I'll send a picture to the Discord of me standing behind a abandoned bar that was styled to look like a train car that is underground. It's pretty cool.
Nice.
I think I saw that you posted that to Instagram, right?
Yeah, I did put it on Instagram. Yeah. I don't know how to fucking do it. Whatever. But anyway, it was really fun. It turns out, so they had this underground area that they were modeling on the Atlanta underground area, which is still in operation today.
Oh yeah, the Atlanta Underground's right near the Coke plant. I think.
Right by the Coca-Cola plant. Yep.
God, you're making this the entire description you just gave for this makes it sound like some sort of Fallout. Like,
no, the Atlanta Underground's a marketplace.
Yeah, so it's obviously a lot smaller than the Atlanta Underground, but it's basically underneath one city block, pretty much, and it was operated from, I think they said 1972 to 1976, so only 4 years, but was wildly popular until basically the downtown area became overridden with crime and people moved to the suburbs. So it closed down.
As you do,
Yeah, so it closed down, and I actually asked the tour guide, who was I think the president of the Historical Society, and it was great too because him and the other tour guides all dressed up in like 70s clothes and shit. But I asked him, I said, well, they've restored the building above it. It's like a 2-story indoor arcade building, not video arcade, but arcade in the sense of a building arcade. And I said, are they trying to refurbish this as well? And he said, yeah, they go back and forth, but apparently, now we have like fire code issues and, all that kind of stuff, because it is a pretty small area when you're under there. So I know that I would not want to be trapped in there if a fire broke out. So they have a lot of code issues and stuff, but they do every once in a while, like last week, open it up and allow people to come in and take tours. And it was cool. They had some live music and stuff playing on the top floor while you were waiting they took us down like groups of 15 people. But they had some live music playing. They had a big projector scrolling through pictures of when it was actually in use, which is really cool. It was a really neat thing to see. It's not something that a lot of people get to see, and a lot of people that live where I live don't even really know that it exists. So it was really cool to eat some good food, have some good drinks, and go into an area of the city that not a lot of people get to see. So it was fun. Yeah.
Sick. Yeah, if they opened a bar or restaurant even for like a weekend in the Moose Jaw tunnels, I'm sure it'd be freaking sick.
Yeah. It was pretty cool.
You got anything else going on?
Nope. Ready to kill some stuff. I'm leveled up.
That's creepy. But
So yeah,
all right.
Speaking of leveling up, it was really exciting. I put 2 points into Constitution. That's
Look,
all.
that's a great way to not be dead.
Yeah. So I'll take that. I think I have, what is it now? I have 32 hit points maximum now. So I'm a beefy little halfling.
You caught up.
Buff baby.
Look,
For sure.
man,
Up,
why
baby.
would your race matter with how many hit points you have? Let me tell you something, sir. Let me tell you something. There's a official Pathfinder adventuring society called Pathfinder Society, where everyone plays through the same scenarios together. You have to get a sheet at the end, stamped by the DM, all that shit. There's a very famous halfling barbarian in one of the introductory scenarios that's super well known for murdering the fuck out of new players because he's got a ton of hit points. He's got like 13 or 14 hit points, and he's got a D12 axe. So when he shows up, he's just like, bloop, instant death, unable to be killed.
Did I ever tell you about the tournament that my local game store does with Pathfinder? They call it
Shit.
the Cheese Cup.
The cheese cup? What the fuck?
Oh, yeah.
Basically,
The winner
you get
gets, like, these.
you basically get like crazy ass pre-made min-max, or you try to just make the craziest min-max character you can.
Mhm.
And they have like 6 open seats. I think you pay like $5 or $10, and you pay for a seat at the table, and you play until you die. And then someone else can hop in and play with their crazy ass character. So it's basically like the cheesiest character wins, and basically whoever lasts the longest gets a little shitty trophy with like a block of cheese on top of it.
I would win that trophy. I just want you
Yeah.
to know.
It's super fun. And like the game literally goes on all day, and it's basically the winner is the person that lasts for the longest amount of time. You don't have to be, it's not last man standing, but it's literally like I was able to survive for 3 hours. And they basically run a scenario kind of akin to like, D&D Tomb of Horrors or something, where it's basically just like, I will throw everything within my toolbox at you and you must survive.
Aberrant Blood Rager? This is a motherfucker here who wants 20-foot reach. That's what I know. That's
There's a reason why Aberrant Blood Rager is banned in
No.
PFS.
No, bitch. You want to survive. You play an Azamar Wizard Cleric Mystic Thurge. That's how you win. You have a fuck ton of spells. You can heal yourself all day, and you can just send your enemies into the Shadow Realm. You're literally just like, banishment.
That's why I'm honestly scared about Pathfinder, because like anytime, like, so I've known Arthur for a while now. When we first met, he was Pathfinder all day, every day, baby. Like,
I want to
that's what
remind
we
you,
did.
5e, they didn't even have a concept of 5e yet. It was called
Yeah.
D&D Next. And
Yeah.
when that...
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
When D&D Next is in development, they still hadn't even come up with advantage dice yet.
Yeah.
So one of the things that I remember Arthur telling me about was, you know, how he was fucking sick and tired of doing this Pathfinder Society bullshit.
Yeah.
And the stories that he generated from that shit were absolutely insane. But my personal experience with Pathfinder was like, the moment you join a game, it's like, it's kind of a little bit like that sometimes in this game with 5e, where people are just like, hold up, I have this thing. Right? Pathfinder is like, yo, I'm gonna let you finish, but the role-playing game. So,
yeah,
man,
Kanye West and Pathfinder have a lot in common.
absolutely, yeah. I think
Shall take my
one time
turn. Unscroll like a giant list.
exactly, like I jumped into a game for Arthur, and I just played a straight fucking, was it level 5, level 10? I don't know, something stupid like that. Level 5 alchemist. He was just no side shit whatsoever. And he had so many different variations on things he can do at level 5, right? That it was just like, it was overwhelming. It was absolutely fucking overwhelming. So I'm glad 5e is simple, because, you know, now I'm slow and old and dumb.
Yeah, I get that. Speaking of people that are slow and old, Drumurboy, you got anything else to share to wrap up the intro?
Got him.
I mean, look, man, I'm not aiming for anyone in particular with those. I just go with whatever I got. Really just slowly say no.
Yeah.
Oh my God. You know, sometimes it's nice working with people who can pick up what you're putting down.
Yeah. Last week, you know what I'm not slow with though? Last week, I scored a short film that was handed to me on Sunday. I was done with it by Thursday.
Interesting.
So, a 14-minute short film score in like 4 days. It's pretty sick. That's what I did last week.
Nice.
Oh, yeah, man.
Excellent. I mean, I don't know the ratio of that, but the fact that you seem proud of it makes me proud of you.
Like,
Aw.
it was 14 minutes. It was a
I
14
have
minute
no, I literally have no relation of time there.
Yeah. It was a 14-minute short, and I wrote about 8 minutes of music and a song, which is like 3 minutes and 30 seconds or 4 minutes, usually takes me about 4 days ish. The whole thing was like 16 hours, I guess, of work for.
Okay, well, 16 hours of work in 4 days isn't bad.
No, well, it's a different type of work though. When you're used to working like in small chunks, like very small, intense chunks, having a 14-hour intense, like,
No, I agree with you. Like, creative work sucks. If you just can't get that whatever you need, you're like, ugh, everything is terrible. Life sucks.
yeah. But having a deadline, especially for another person, it's like, doesn't matter if this sucks. I need to keep going.
Okay. I mean, that's one way to look at it.
And then it eventually doesn't suck, but it's like writing. You write your first couple pages of absolute bullshit, and then something good happens. Anyway,
Spend 35 pages talking about a bridge, man. That's what you need to do.
Damn, I want to talk about bridges now. But instead of talking about bridges, I'm going to talk to Atomikspoon.
Yo, what's up? How you doing?
Yeah, how are you doing? That's the question.
Tired. Always
How
tired.
are you doing?
I'm playing at Warcraft. I'm building this thing, overly built cat tree, because my cat manages to break everything that I give him. So
That's reasonable.
you know, it's not finished yet, but seems to like it.
I'd
so,
break stuff too if I was a cat.
Yeah.
He wants to
Maybe
be
that's
a
what it
cat.
is. Maybe you see all those gifs of cats pushing shit off is literally just like reincarnated people, just like, yeah, fuck it. You know?
They're just like, last time I waited till I was in my 80s to go full old man. This time I'm going to do it right from the start. Just knock this shit off. You might have a good
Well, not even that. Like, they're just like, now that I'm a cat, I'm going to do the things that cats do.
No,
But it's actually just a
cats rubbing against your legs and like pushing their head against you is like affection. They're trying to knock you over, bitch.
my dog does that, but my dog is actually affectionate.
Like I have to, everything I have for this cat is bigger. Like his water bowl is a water bowl for like a 75-pound dog because this dumbass manages to flip anything else over. So I just got one that weighs more than he does. So he can't physics or, on my side for once.
Until he figures out leverage, then you're screwed.
Yeah. No, make a water bowl where in order for him to drink, he has to be standing on a platform that keeps it secure.
Or just buy a big ass metal water bowl and then, it's like way cheaper.
Or build your house around a fountain that becomes his water bowl.
I don't know, man. Water feature maintenance is expensive.
300-pound mooring pin.
That's why I never want a pool. But yeah, pretty much that's what I've been doing all week. As he tries to figure out the fan right now, he's confused by it. Anyway, yeah, that's it. That's all I got.
Okay. All right, Henley. Let's talk about you.
Yo, I'm like emotionally strained this week, mostly because I'm in the midst of putting together a development wing for my company, so that we can make games. And my entire last couple of weeks have just been looking at legal contracts because we have a game we're porting. We have that we're doing ourselves. We have a game that we're building from scratch and porting. We have a game that we bought that we're buying the legal IP for. Like we're buying the rights like 100% to make this game on different engines and stuff like that. And then lastly, we're making a game internally from scratch using an old IP from a failed development studio that failed to make the game for us. So
Okay.
yeah, on top of that, I also went to my mother-in-law's brother's baby's christening.
Sisters, fathers, brothers, uncles.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't know what to call
Roommates,
it.
dogs.
Absolutely nothing, which is what you are about to become.
So let me tell you something about Poland. So Poland isn't super developed. Like most of the buildings and shit you see are like they're there from around the war and stuff. So and they have a very like old looking style. And it, you've seen like a movie about Russia and stuff. You basically get the idea of what a lot of Poland buildings look like. But the churches, yo, dude, it's like everyone just like, all right. Living apartment, square, right? Just fucking, it's a square, fuck it. But then a church is like, yo, dude, I'ma fuck that shit up with my artistic skills. Like, yo, I've never walked into a church before that's been completely covered in stained glass and gold, because that's what that church was. It was literally stained glass, gold, and huge fucking statues of Jesus being all like, yo, what up, I'm Jesus. It was absolutely fucking insane. And everyone looked super bored to be there. even the preachers and stuff. But I think that's just, the reverency they give the religion. So yeah, and every time someone walks past a statue of Jesus in Poland in church, you have to kneel down and do like this stuff. Right? Every single time. So, there's like 5 statues of Jesus in that bitch. So every time someone walks past a statue of Jesus, they kneel down and they do this. So if you're walking from one side of the church to the other, you got to do it 5 times.
You just flash mob a Polish mall with like statues of Jesus, so people can't leave.
I think it's only the people who are like a really reverent in church that do that sort of shit. But I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Still though, it's it was an interesting weekend. So the thing about my extended family is no one speaks English. They do speak English, but they don't speak it back to me. So it's an interesting problem to have.
Like they can understand English, but they can't speak it.
they can understand stuff that I say, but when I talk to them in English, they talk back to me in Polish because
Right.
they're like, "Oh no, I don't want to embarrass myself by speaking English." I'm like, you do realize I've been sitting here for like 3 hours, and the only people who talk to me are my wife and the dog. So that's fun. This is
Your
good.
dog can talk.
Yeah, I was just about to say. I just learned that Dave has a magic dog.
I like to believe he's magical. So
That would be the drugs.
yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much everything that's been happening to me.
Look,
I'm
man,
ready
let
to
me tell you
slay.
something. Let's take it back to the late 2000s. We set the scene on the PlayStation 2. The most accurate recreation of Polish cities I've ever seen came from the final mission arc of SOCOM 3, where you invade Poland as the Navy SEALs in order to kill terrorists, and then for some reason, like 90% of Poland gets flooded with water, and so you can drive boats through all the streets, and you kill terrorists with your boat? SOCOM
Wait,
was a
hang
little
on.
weird.
Is
I
it
mean-
called Brood Chaos? Is that what the final mission was? Because I'm looking at a video right now.
That might be right. I mean, I remember
And
windmills.
he's in a boat. He's in a boat and he's driving around like a. Wait, hang on, hold up. He just
Yeah,
put it
that
on
sounds correct to me.
Hold up. I mean, let
be
me
honest.
let me do this.
Most of really
Oh,
level
let me
design
fi-
looks like it because it's gray boxes everywhere, right?
I mean, Warsaw is real easy to like. The problem with Warsaw capturing it, like Warsaw itself, it is a very beautiful city, and I don't know if you would be able to do a very good job of capturing it in a video game.
Look, man, we have Google Earth. We can pretty much capture anything pretty accurately at this point.
Sure.
We can capture secret Taiwanese missile bases. Okay.
Did that actually happen?
Oh yeah, it happened.
I thought it was Chinese naval bases.
No, it's Taiwanese naval bases, and the Chinese are moving on them. They're like, oh shit, now that we know where they are, let's fucking kick it.
Just wait until Assassin's Creed Pierogi, then you'll get an accurate Warsaw.
Assassin's Creed Pierogi. Oh my god. I don't know why that's so funny.
Oh
but
my god. That
just a
needs to-
bunch of
oh, yeah.
assassins walking around speaking of Polish and being like, everything is allowed and nothing is forbidden, but in Polish. And I'm like, oh
So,
god.
no. You want
Come on
to
now.
talk about Polish food? Here's another thing we should add to the game world. So I discovered a new, very horrible Polish food. Right?
Beets.
Okay. So let me break it down for you. Okay. So imagine, right? You've got some
Yep.
meat. You've got chicken.
Yep.
You've got meat. You've got any meat you want. You've got like carrots. You got a bit of cabbage. You know, normal Polish flair, and then you put it inside of like a broth, right? Like a chicken broth, whatever. But then here's the good part. You slap some gelatin in that bitch, right?
Okay.
In the broth.
Yep.
Pour it into like a Jello cup.
Yep.
Make it set.
Yeah.
All right. And then when it's set, you heat it up and you put vinegar on top of that shit. It's a hot Jello cup with vinegar with meat in it.
Sounds like something Hellman's Mayonnaise did during the 50s.
I like it. Someone accidentally made this and was like, "Yeah, okay."
That's how most food gets made, by the way. That's also how
But this-
suppositories were invented and most drugs.
Wow. I'm gonna stick this up my butt. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you imagine the first person that thought, you know what, this medicine would probably absorb into my bloodstream faster if I stuck it up my ass?
Yeah. Oh,
And you
I
can't
found
even
a
be the
pic-
first person that did that because they had to have done it hundreds to thousands of times to prove that it was effective.
Yeah, I found it. I found a picture of
You
it.
found the first suppository?
No, I found
It
a
was
picture
massive.
of the fucking meal. Oh my god. Hang on, I gotta show you this picture. It is.
What I want to know is how do people figure out they could eat eggs? I'm gonna go cook and eat.
Yeah, well, it's like who figured out
chicken's
the,
butt.
yeah, no.
It's like the guy who figured out you could drink. I'm gonna put it in fucking in the chat here. But look at that shit. Look at that shit. That's what it looks like.
Yeah, that looks like Hellman's mayonnaise here in the States did a bunch of stuff after the war, and most of it has mayonnaise in it. But it would be stuff like, oh, it's like a Jell-O salad, but it's made with mayonnaise and all sorts of other stupid bullshit. That looks like something that they would have put in a magazine and tried to sell people.
I mean, that just kind of looks like corned beef with green shit to me.
Yeah, but it has the consistency of jelly.
It looks like a forbidden snack.
It looks like dog food, dude.
I don't want to.
That's an insult to dog food.
Look, Spootnik, I literally came up with like 4 forbidden snack jokes in 1 second, and I couldn't figure out which one to go with. I'm still conflicted. My first one, I'm going to go with the first one. I was like, Taylor Swift, that's the forbidden snack. But it's snack with 2 C's, motherfucker.
I don't know how Taylor Swift is a forbidden snack. I don't get that reference.
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
I'll tell you when you're older.
I have a question.
Yeah.
I know what the reference snack means, but I don't know why it would be forbidden. I don't know that part. That's the part that escapes me.
All right, look, I'll give you my intro, and it's going to be entirely anime related. So I play Fate Grand Order, and I was aiming to get.
Know.
I know.
know.
I was aiming to get King Arthur, but
That's a woman.
yes, it is. It's King
That's a
Arthur
woman.
as a woman, but she is also a Darth Maul cosplayer, and she eats snacks. That's her whole thing. This is the version of King Arthur that's a berserker. So she just runs around and hits stuff really hard with the sword. That's her whole thing. So it's a 5-star. There's like a 0.7% chance to summon her. I couldn't pull her, and she's the dessert. I didn't get the dessert, but I did get a bunch of snacks in the process. I got 3 female heroes who had been looking to get for a really long time, who are all 4 stars and slightly easier to summon. But I was like, oh, I got all 3 of the ones that I wanted. Sometimes you don't get dessert, but you can get the snacks that you want.
Do you guys remember episode 2 of this show when Arthur accidentally showed his fucking like
The anime vixens. Look, man, don't worry. That's still, I still get shit about that on the YouTube comment section, and from people that hit me up on Discord. Dave,
nice?
it will haunt me for the rest of my life. It's literally just like some Azure Lane pictures that people are like, "You've lost it, Arthur, you depraved maniac," and I'm like, Jesus.
Your power level was exposed.
Dude, you got
My power level was extremely mild,
You have
apparently.
so many anime waifu pictures. That folder has cleavage. Okay.
Oh well, look. Here's the thing.
Now that's a forbidden snack, right?
I
there.
actually do have 8,000 images in my anime folder, but they're not all waifus. They're mostly memes.
I have a
Okay.
Warhammer folder full of memes.
Yeah, exactly. You know what's going on. Dave is like, I can't believe this, and I'm like, this is totally normal.
That's like people who collect porn. Like, why? What's the point?
You don't talk shit about my bondage folder, all right?
Okay, look,
Now,
Dave.
if it was real specific, if it was like, yo, I really, really like a particular thing, I can understand that.
I have
But just having like anime boob pictures is just like, there's so many of that shit everywhere. Like,
I literally have like 6 artists working full time for me now, and I need to be able to tell them things. I have a 4-part series on fashion. I don't know shit about fashion. Someone was suddenly like, do you want like a wedge dress? What kind of pocket style do you want? And I was like, there's a style to pockets? You can't just get like square? There's like a 20 thing of pockets that I have to look over now and be like, okay, this is the type of pocket that I want. The skirt should be pleated. The dress should be of a, Victorian style, but late, not early. Dave, work with me here. I want to talk to you about porn, Dave. I'm going to give you a 2-part story, and then that will be the end of my intro. The first part of the story is I don't use the Pornhub. So there was this really funny anecdote that I saw on Reddit where someone was like, look, sometimes my headset falls out or my headphones fall out right when I'm about to start watching a Pornhub video. And when that happens, everyone else on the train that watches Pornhub knows the Pornhub jingle that's at the beginning. And I was like, I don't know that jingle. I'm not in the loop. I don't know what this shit is, motherfucker. But the second thing I want to tell you is even porn nowadays is wholesome as fuck. Apparently, some guy left YouTube, went to Pornhub, and now he makes videos of himself doing non-pornographic things. He's like, I am a plumber that comes to your house and fixes your plumbing, and I don't take my clothes off. He's got like hundreds and hundreds of videos that are porn scenarios where nothing pornographic happens. He delivers a pizza without showing you his sausage. It's becoming one of the most popular series on Pornhub, apparently. That's it, Dave.
DIY fucking okay, cool. That was a cool story, man.
I know.
Dave,
look, you're not impressed, friend, but let me tell you something. I thought it was pretty cool.
I didn't know about that jingle either. Also, motherfucker, who watches porn in a public space?
Yeah, that's
A surprisingly large number of people, given that Reddit thread. Jesus Christ.
Dave. You're the game developer and game developer, or at least ties to game developers in the room. Going back to anime cleavage, imagine the witness, but anime cleavage. So instead of going around looking for circles, you're going looking for two circles and side boob and all this other stuff.
You know, I could do some really. I could just take Arthur's anime porn folder and just make a game around the images in that, and it would probably sell pretty well on Steam.
Probably already exists on Newgrounds.
It hits
Most
like the
likely.
puzzle. It hits the puzzle gaming crowd and the virtual novel crowd.
That's true. That's true.
Look, Arthur, I can respect your anime cleavage folder. I have many folders of like really high quality stuff, but it's all just labeled exactly what it is. Because
mine is labeled exactly what it is, and it's not labeled porn. You know what?
You don't see it, but this face right here is the face of regret for bringing this topic up.
Yeah, thanks, Dave. I also feel regret for you bringing it up.
Let's kill some armors.
Look, I'm about to look. Someone else say something because I'm about to drop all my Dark Heresy memes on Atomic. I actually don't have that many. Okay, thank you for that.
Let's go.
Wonderful. Everybody is so useful right now.
I have a question for you, Arthur.
Yes.
Real quick.
Okay.
We leveled
Great.
up in the middle of combat.
Combat. That's correct.
Yep. So I know the maximum HP increases, but does the current HP increase by whatever we got? Because I went from 30 to 38, and I was at 29 HP last time. So my max increases, but my current HP doesn't go up by 8.
That is correct.
Okay.
Actually, you're not going to get But That's Heresy. The one with Jinx, because you weren't there for that show.
Did I have? Mine was 16, I believe.
Look, anyone got any hot pro tips to salvage this intro?
start the game.
Okay,
So-
fine. I will start the game.
Reduce your surface area in hallways so you can only get hit by one enemy at a time.
Apply it directly to forehead.
Reduce your surface area at all
Oh my
ways.
God.
Look, I'm trying to reduce my surface area at all times, okay?
Call that the silhouette, Drumurboy. Silhouette. Surface area. It's not a fucking map.
Previously on this show, Daka died having sex with the succubus. You were all sent back in time to the beginning again, where you...
forgot about that.
I was shocked at the time, but now I'm like, that's probably the better death of the show so far.
Yeah, she gave you an STD that came with you. That shit's bonded to your soul, man.
Can't even get through the previously. Awesome. You encountered the same wizard that you have several times. Instead of fleeing from him or tricking him, you engaged him in conversation and deeply alarmed him, judging your strength to be far stronger than the first time you had fought. Rather than attempt to wipe you out with an ice blast, he instead retreated and sent a number of owlbears after you, threatening you to never speak of this encounter again.
Oh yeah.
You then fast forwarded in time, did all the same stuff, warned Rorik about a possible rebellion, and then arrived at the farm in order to take up your charge of defeating these animated armors and making your way deeper into the facility that you find yourself.
What was it? Was it 50% and lunch of what we
Yes.
find in here?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
And as a final note, 2 of you have developed your traumas.
Trauma.
All right, so
Yeah.
Daka's ended up being, I believe that you can no longer resist
I have
aid
to.
requests from other rangers.
Yep.
Agrim's he's now completely and utterly emotionless towards surface animals. He feels nothing for them. They're basically like pieces of dead meat.
Is Gygax? a
Gygax
surface
is
animal?
Oh yeah,
Oh.
Gygax is a surface animal for sure, 100%.
But he-
Gygax is surface? He's a giant ant.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to argue ants would be subterranean.
This is not. Look, man, have you seen this ant underground in its entire lifetime?
Yeah, it's underground right now, motherfucker. Let's go.
No, it's in your backpack. It's a backpack-tarian
Which is
ant.
underground.
Does that count as a cave?
The backpack does not count as a cave, you son of a bitch.
Is Kelly this is Kelly this world's backpack kid? Is he gonna start?
Oh my god, it's better than being Burger Kid.
Oh my god. Holy shit.
You've been
Okay.
watching that Lalance videos?
No.
Yo, I stand
don't
with
even know.
hashtag Burger Kid. You don't know who Lalance is?
No.
All right, he's the new pro.
Is
CD.
that the backpack kid?
He does like short videos about like
How Twitch
talking
sucks.
to Twitch. Yeah.
Oh right, that guy.
Oh yeah. EU TwitchCon is still a thing.
Okay.
Man, look, they're allowed to have TwitchCon over here. I just wish they'd put some fucking effort into it, which they never do.
That's a joke from one of his sketches.
Yeah.
They're pretty good. You should watch them. It's on Twitter.
I watch a couple. Yeah.
All right. Look, Drumurboy. I don't know how much longer your music gets to stay on this thing, right? Because it's all getting erased because they're cutting fan burst, right?
Yeah, but I think there's talk of you being able to upload your own music.
Oh shit! Oh,
I
that's
think
true.
you
I
can
actually
already
did
do it.
upload my old music the other day.
So you have the MP3 files, I believe, if you downloaded them. So
I don't, but now I'm going to after the show.
Should put on that funk anime.
I'm out to send them to you because they won't be available because I removed my creator page. So I'll send them by email
All
after
right,
the show.
we'll work on it. We'll work on it. All right. You're really requesting funk anime? That's your new battle theme?
I don't know. I never heard it before.
All right. Well, you'll hear it
Funk?
later. I'll just turn it on for the break for you.
It's more Persona inspired than 16-bit JRPG.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I'm
Persona
about
inspired,
that
so it's
shit.
transphobic and it sucks.
Wow.
Yeah, fuck
Wow.
Persona. Look,
Man,
man,
you
I've
can
been in a
never talk about
fuck
taste.
Persona ever since Persona 3. That dude holds a gun to his head and fires it, and I'm like, that is not
No,
teaching kids good
okay,
gun
I'll tell you
safety.
what.
On their personas, man, it's fucked up, but that's
Yeah.
how they do it.
Yeah, I wish the dog did that as well, but the dog
The
just kind of
dog?
like
What? You want a dog to shoot itself in the head with a gun?
Well, everyone else in that
Jesus,
game,
what is it
they
with
have to- they
dogs
have-
this week? Holy
They have to
shit!
use an evoker to release their persona. and
I
the
don't
dogs
know
are
what
not-
that means.
That's what the gun is.
This
It's
must
an
be what
evoker.
it's like when I
That's called
explain
an
anime
evoker.
to other people.
It's not like a gun with bullets in it. It's
It's supposed to like evoke the.
Yeah, of
it's
course.
sort
The
of like-
bullets are the friends you made across the way.
Yeah.
Akram, take your fucking turn.
All right.
I need you to save this goddamn stream.
All right, I'm gonna kill me some shit. So, because I was watching my cat, so the when we leveled up the health thing, that's what
You
it. What
did
it
not.
was.
You gained the maximum hit points, but you did not gain the current hit points. So you
Yep.
need a rest in order to get those.
Your current hit points stay the same, but
That's
your max
correct.
goes up. Yeah.
Yeah, because I think I changed it at the end of last session. Let me fix that real quick.
So all of your green bars should not be at 100%.
Yeah,
Yep.
I don't even think I had updated that
fixing
yet.
mine right
I hadn't, so that actually works because now I know how much I had. All right, cool. If I remember right, the red dot is my hunter's mark. The purple one is
That's correct.
okay. So I'm gonna shoot that guy.
Understood. Show me the power of your dice. dice are not very powerful.
No,
Your
they're
heavy
not.
crossbow bolt slams past Kelly into the plate mail and easily deflects.
What did we work out the AC was? Was it 18?
It's
Yeah.
18.
I thought it was,
Literally.
yeah. Arthur, you can remove the 2 copies you just made because you didn't copy the right one, so I just made it over into the other one. So
Okay,
just
all right.
that way.
Daka, what you got?
Remind me what those dots are.
Those are your hunter's marks.
Yours is purple.
You're purple.
And what's
Kind
my
of like your
spell
skin
book
color,
say?
your magic color.
Clever.
It's not that clever. It's literally your choices.
Yeah, what the hell? Hell of Thorns for bonus action.
Okay, all right.
And then shoot at this man first.
All right, trying to go for that center shot.
Yep. 23.
Yes, Hail of Thorns will initiate.
Okay, spellbook. Let's hit Hail of Thorns, cast it. 4 damage for everyone except for the other dude that has Hunter's Mark on him, which I'll do right now.
Target of the attack and each creature within 5 feet must make a dexterity saving throw. What
Or take
is
half.
your saving throw?
10.
It should be in your spell page. Yeah.
Yeah, Ranger 10.
It'll be
Number
So
2.
one of
So the
them
guy
made it.
that you hit actually saves against the attack.
Okay.
So he is gonna take your Hunter's Mark twice. Still. Because he also takes it from Hail of Thorns.
Oh wow, I didn't know that. That's cool.
I mean, Hail of Thorns kicks in whenever you deal damage, right?
I didn't hit the dude with the Hunter's Mark on him. I hit the dude
Oh,
with
right,
Hunter's Mark with
right.
the Hail of
Yeah.
Thorns.
You're correct. You're
but-
correct.
Yeah. So this guy only gets normal weapon
That's-
damage. Everyone
yes.
else gets Hail of Thorns.
I
This
need to
guy
give
gets Hail
him
of Thorns
some
and
damage back.
weapon Hunter's Mark.
All right.
And then I will Hordebreaker the dude with Hunter's Mark on him
Very well.
and hit him for 6 damage.
Correct. And that will
Plus
destroy him.
3. Whatever, it destroyed him. So
Would you like to move your Hunter's Mark?
as a free action, I guess so, to this guy, I guess.
All right.
He's the one I think is going to move up. So
Hey, Grim, would you like to move your Hunter's Mark?
let's see. I don't think I can see that guy.
You can see everybody.
Okay, then same guy. We'll be fine.
Okay. Speaking of, I think that I mean, this is a weird time to mention it, but we should probably make D&D Beyond character sheets. Pretty fast to set up, and I've been enjoying being able to look over
the
people's
mobile
stuff.
app?
Well, I mean, the mobile app doesn't let you look at your character sheet because it's dumb, but it's also browser-based and it's super good. And we'll be able to get the latest version of all the Ranger stuff. Kelly.
All right. Uh-huh. All right, so just so everyone knows, when I leveled up this time, I got my fighter level 3 stuff, and I took Battle Master. With Battle Master, I get 4 superiority die, which are d8s. And I picked 3 maneuvers. The first one is goading attack, which is basically I make an attack. If it hits, the opponent must make a wisdom saving throw on a failed save. They have disadvantage on all targets other than you. So it's like
It's taunt.
it's a taunt, yeah. Commander Strike, when you take the attack action on your turn, you can forego one of your attacks. And by that I mean when I get a second attack, it uses up one of those. And when you do so, you choose a friendly creature who can see or hear you and expend 1 superiority die. That creature can immediately use its reaction to make 1 weapon attack, and it adds the d8 to the damage roll.
And maneuvering attack, which is when you hit a creature with a weapon attack, you can spend 1 superiority die to maneuver one of your comrades to a more advantageous position. You add the superiority die to the damage roll that you did on the creature, and you choose a friendly creature who can see you or see or hear you. The creature uses its reaction to move half of its speed without provoking attack of opportunity from the target of your attack. So if you guys are like stuck on the other side of the thing, right, and I hit the creature that's blocking you from coming back to safety, you'll be able to move past without reactions now and stuff. So it's pretty cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
So the real question is, what are you doing right now?
Yeah, so right now I'm going to hit this guy, and then I'm going to move back 5 feet.
Okay.
Quapam. That'll do it.
It will do it. You are provoking a opportunity attack?
By moving back 5 foot, yeah.
Yes, it is going to try to grab you.
Can it do that on a provoke? On a reaction?
I'm pretty sure you can.
I thought it was like a grapple was like a full attack move rather than like a.
You might be right about that. Grapple. That's grappler feet. Grappling. When you take an attack action, you can substitute any number of attacks for a grapple. All right, I'm just gonna have to beat you to death then. No problem.
I'll settle for beating death.
No good. No dice.
Right. He's gonna,
But yeah, now only one person at a time can hit me, so I feel much
he's going
better.
to move in there and try to pull you back out. I'm gonna need opposing athletics rolls. That's probably not going to work out.
20.
Okay, yeah. The armor weakly tries to cling to you. It's very easy to avoid. Incredibly easy. The easiest thing you've ever had happen. The remaining armors move in this kind of formation.
Look at you, Arthur. Do they really have the intelligence to plan that?
Yeah, their intelligence plan is to pull you back in a range so the rest of them can beat you.
I know. I know what their plan is.
Look, man, I looked at their intelligence score and I was like, are they good enough to know to just run away and draw you guys back down the hallway? They don't have that much intelligence, but they do have enough intelligence to drag your ass back out and beat you to death.
All right, boys, you got to focus fire this guy in front of me. This is gonna get real sticky real quick.
Don't worry, I'll kill everything as usual.
Stickier than a Canadian on the hour.
Oh, if you want, I can
Jesus,
step back and let
really?
them
Is that what we're
through.
going with?
Just bring in a throwback, man. Loop all the jokes back in, no matter how mediocre they were.
All right, I'm gonna
Are
take
we
a
really
shot.
just gonna be like cart nuts?
Oh my god.
Which prime?
Rudy did a Twitch Prime at the beginning when we didn't call it out.
Oh, that's
I'm gonna
true. By the way,
use-
Spootnik, thank you for Twitch priming me.
Yeah, so I'm going to use that Twitch Prime sub to attack the armor right next to Kelly.
Instead of loading an arrow into your bow, you just load a green screen
Wow.
of text. You fire it.
Holy shit, that crit would have been amazing.
You see that? I want you to see that.
I was gonna say with advantage because of Twitch Prime, and that would have been sick.
Yeah.
But
I should have gotten advantage on that roll because I had subbed with Twitch Prime.
sure.
But I guess, you know.
I'm sorry, Twitch Prime doesn't give you that.
Yeah,
Although,
But what I am going to do, though, is just go right there.
you know what you should have done is use your inspiration.
I don't have inspiration.
But all
Yeah,
of you had
myself
inspiration.
and
I used my inspiration
Ah, there it
already
is.
on something. I don't remember what the fuck it was.
Connor, the
That's
reason
how-
these
that's
guys
how-
are better at taking out armors is because they're level 4, not level 1. That is a key difference. Players from my Tuesday game have shown up and are questioning why you all aren't dead.
I mean, the first
Those
time
were
we came
awesome.
through here,
because we thick boys now.
No,
Thick boy.
they,
We're thick
they
with
got wiped by
3D.
one armor, one single armor in a closet. Managed to take out 3 members of the party.
I mean,
Did they
Drumurboy
have-
did die having sex, so
Oh no.
Yeah.
Look, Chad is saying that I like you guys more. That's not true. I like the Tuesday night game more. Fuck you guys.
how do I unsub with Twitch?
You can. I got you now.
I seem to remember you saying that this was your most popular game that you had on YouTube.
Besides BattleTech.
Weird.
Besides BattleTech. Look,
I mean,
the popularity of the game doesn't change how I feel about it on the inside, except for BattleTech.
I mean, they draw stuff while they play, so fair
Yeah.
enough.
Yeah,
So,
it's
like,
dope as shit. And I don't have to
Way
show
more
the map
talented
or
than us.
anything.
True.
It's great.
I'm gonna start drawing things while we play. It's just gonna be like shitty versions of the scene that's happening in combat. Oh, I should do that. That might actually not be a bad idea. Show up Arthur's old game.
Old game. It's a new game. They're only
Nah,
on
man.
episode
What?
5 and we're on episode 15. Look,
Yeah, you know what?
don't
Let
be
me tell you
jealous just because I like my other kids more. This family is a coherent unit.
Let me tell you something. We were here in this dungeon. First.
I'm sending all of you to
recycling-
college. Don't worry about it.
They're recycling our content.
They're just going to
okay?
private school. That's all there is to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, to get touched by
Like their mom more.
fucking- Anyway,
Really? I don't know what's happening.
Seems like we struck a nerve with Henley.
Yeah,
So-
he's so mad now.
So all I did was heroically lose an arrow. and
All
step
right.
back.
Quick, Henley, just say anime vixens to get control back. Hey,
Anime
Grim,
vixens.
you're up. What you got?
Hey, Grim, are you okay?
Oh, I didn't realize. Sorry, this one dude. I got all of 20 minutes sleep. Slept myself. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna attack the guy with the hunter's mark on it. Jesus Christ! I didn't even realize. Yeah.
We bored him to sleep, boys.
All right, we got him. We got him.
Well, I'm fearing my insomnia is making a return.
oh,
Oh, you hit him. You got him.
Show me the power of
Something's
your extra
working.
dice. Don't roll the one.
Something's-
You didn't roll a one. He's dead. He's dead, Jim.
you're fucked.
Dead with
Where would you like to move your hunter's mark?
This guy, that guy, that one.
Bottom one.
I love how that
Yes.
click was like right in the
Right
middle of all three.
Literally clicked in the middle of all 3 of them.
Yep.
That was amazing.
Look, man,
This
that
guy.
4,200 DPI.
Drummer?
All 3 of them at the same time.
I'll go this guy. Oh, my pipes are saying hello. Just mean.
Hi, pipes.
Isn't he you're looking for? Agrim, you got anything else you want to do?
Oh no, I
You
don't.
didn't think maybe you want to take like 5 more actions, reload, and shoot more targets? I don't even know how Ranger works anymore. You guys
Well,
are like,
I didn't go hunter, so I don't have the cool horde breaker shenanigans.
DACA,
You can take a bigger shit though, right?
you can take a
God,
bigger
DACA, you
shit?
got-
Really?
you're
That's your.
He said take out bigger shit.
Oh, okay. That makes way more sense.
Holy shit.
And no,
Doug, I love that your HP upgrade is literally half of your bar.
Yeah.
Have you noticed that?
Yeah. Because I rolled kind of well on my HP, and then I did my level up, got the con stuff. So
All right, DACA, what
That's
do you
how, he,
want to
that's
do?
how he makes room for taking a bigger shit.
What the fuck?
extra
Just see what
constitution is actually extra colon.
So so
Let's
COL instead of
Let's
CO.
attack the man with the hunter's mark.
That's a lot of poop.
20 for 8.
Yeah,
Boy.
Okay.
Hunter's mark that motherfuck. 5.
it's good.
13, still
No, no.
up, but
Horde breaker, the other dude in the front. If I could see him.
Okay, you can.
that's- Can I attack him from there? That's a weird
Yeah.
angle.
no, you're good.
All right,
He keeps peeking
No.
around the corner trying to get to Kelly. No.
not that one.
No. Kelly, it's your time to shine.
All right then.
Come at me, bro. Come at me. Draw yourself
Sure, I will.
towards me.
I will use a Sacred Flame on the guy.
Fucking
This guy.
cowardice.
Nah, man, this is
I
smart.
want to remind you, motherfucker, that you were the one that said using ranged weapons was the most cowardly act an orc
It
could
is.
perform.
Even though he has
Until-
throwing axes as starting equipment. Yeah.
Yeah.
I do, yeah. Throwing weapons is terrible. It's against my religion.
Uh-huh.
However, using the religious powers that the god of war gave me is not. So, yeah, Sacred Flame.
Here's a question. How does your god feel about using war bows?
How does your god feel about hypocrisy, apparently? Go ahead and make your attack.
I will.
Yeah. Whatever, I don't care.
Holy fuck.
Don't worry, I'm gonna dodge
That's
it.
like maximum damage.
I didn't dodge it.
Ah,
Damn.
so
Hashtag smoked. Daka, where you want to move your hunter's mark?
actually no, it's sorry, I get an extra D8 because it's 2D8 now. Because I'm level 5.
You're not level 5, you're level 4.
That's true, I'm not. It should automatically do that, right? With a sheep? Okay. Wow, that killed it?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I already had 13 damage on him already.
I don't know how it could possibly be 8. On a D8, how do you get 10 points of damage?
I have 2 in my wisdom modifier.
Oh, well, that doesn't say that. It just says take 1d8 radiant damage. That's it. No bonus. I'll check the handbook to see what it says. Sacred Flame. Yeah, it's just a d8. There's no extra bonus to it.
So even though it's a spell,
Yeah.
it doesn't use your...
No, it just
Bonus?
says take 1d8 radiant damage.
If you had
Alright,
like
well.
if you had a 2 hit, then the wisdom modifier would probably play it. But
Alright, that's fine by me. I'll take it off.
is that the difference between life and death for this guy?
No, he's still dead. Super dead.
Sick.
Great. Sorry, where were you moving your hunter's mark?
The dude without any hunter's mark on him yet.
Very well.
It's weird that, Roll20 makes it super easy to, like, bring over, like, the spells and shit. But they don't fill it correctly or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, there have been a bunch of mistakes. All right, let's make that opposed athletics roll. I'm gonna
Roger,
drag your ass back around the corner.
And the comedian's pretty new though, right? Like I'm sure plenty of stuff's still broken with it.
There's also a different D&D sheet that might play into the.
And it's missing, like, a handful of spells from the basic thing and a bunch of other shit like that.
Mhm.
You know what's really great? D&D
What's
Beyond.
But how do we roll that on
You know,
the Roll20
but
page?
it'll autofill all of your stuff, and so it'll tell you, like what your damage is for all your spells and such. Then you'll
Okay,
need
so
to
what, we
roll that damage.
manual?
Look, I'm trying to sell D&D Beyond now that I've got it, and I'm like, oh shit, I thought D&D Beyond totally sucked, but it's actually super average.
Well, I'm
This is just so average, it just might work.
Speaking of
it's
someone
like
who's
that-
super average, just kidding, Finley's actually the best party member. He has
That's right.
both the highest damage and the most kills.
That's right. So
And the most
speaking-
deaths.
So yes. So speaking
How
of
much damage has he tanked? He has tanked like maybe
Listen,
one damage. and
calm
that
down.
damage
Don't be
killed him.
mad just because Finley is extra, okay?
I've got
No one loves
medal damage and gold medal kills. Step up.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
He's literally that guy that's like, come on, Mercy.
Yeah, so I did fuck all. So next.
You fire another cross or a short bow bolt, and it just clinks off of the armor.
Man, you know what it is? I don't even turn around. I'm just like, Jesus, Agrim, can't you hit something? You know,
I
Finley
wasted,
never misses. Right?
I
Finley
wasted
never
all
misses.
my shit last
I assume it's someone else. It's one of the other three.
I mean, look,
2 rangers.
I don't know. I'm just over here, with the I think the fewest deaths out of everybody in the group. So
Well,
I think
Agrim,
actually that title.
I had like
I think you and I are at the same. Agrim. I think
look,
you and I
Mr.
are,
Low
like,
Death Counter, it's your turn. Try not to end up wrecking your
Listen, I
record.
got the lowest deaths. There's no bench warmer award, all right?
Exactly.
We can make one.
We have the technology.
mediocre.
This armor is just eating all of your weapon attacks and bouncing them off.
No, you know what this is? Kelly's sitting there, like literally fighting to the death. This guy's like pulling on his sleeve, and he's like,
Yeah, it's
pushing him
Spock
up.
versus
And then, like,
Kirk
in the background,
wrestling
all you
music.
hear is like tink, 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 tink. as the
Exactly.
fucking
They're
arrows
hitting
hit
that
the wall.
rounded plate mail, super thick, extra curvy plate mail, and it's just bouncing off.
Finley's just tired from carrying everyone. I think that's what it is.
Yeah, no, that's it.
Do you even lift your party, bro?
Well, I have been.
Daka, it's time to show me your power. Possibly.
Damn, they're not within 5 feet of each other anymore. No 2 attacks this turn.
That's rough. You could just let Kelly be surrounded. It's not like he's getting hit anyway.
I mean, they can't surround me. I'm too 5 foot diameter here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. What I'm saying is you should come out to fight them so that everybody can get Horde Breaker and deflection, explosion arrow, and
Well, look, it wouldn't be so bad if Finley hit his shots, okay?
Oh,
Oh my god! All right, if you're gonna fire shots, you just wait.
No, you've been firing shots. I just all missed.
can I see the dude that I hunted?
you're wondering why I like the other kids more. So yes, you can see your hunter's mark target.
I'm gonna attack him then, soften him up a bunch. Because this, like, if I hit him, it could kill him.
Yeah,
Yep.
You do
10
hit him.
damage. And then hunter's mark damage.
well, if you don't roll a
5.
1, you do kill him.
Damn.
Sweet. All right, Arthur, you may wrestle me as much as you want. I'm
Simple.
confident it won't do much.
But it's your turn.
I know. And on my turn, I will hit him. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay,
Got him.
it's a lot, but it's not enough.
That's okay.
The armor's head turns back to look at the pile of unanimated armor behind it and abandons the plan where it drags you out because there's no one left to drag and resumes
Barry, get ready. I'm gonna pull this guy over to. Oh, I'm back.
slamming its fist down on you to no avail. Finley.
All right.
Those armors were my friend.
I am. All right. So this is what it's gonna be. This is what it looks like because my short bow is letting me down. I am going to run towards the suit of armor, slide between Kelly's legs, up thrust with my rapier into the armor as I slide through its legs too. How does that work?
I will allow this if you can.
I'm gonna end up right here.
You will
20 feet
require a 16 acrobatics.
Okay. So I'm moving there. Acrobatics. 21.
Nice.
This thing is lifting its massive foot in order to like sumo wrestle Kelly. You slide underneath both of them.
And I'm gonna stab it right in the ass.
Yeah, that ass stab
And
works real well for
Let
you.
me add.
Do you get another level of backstabbery this time, or is...
How about 19 damage?
You stab it in the ass, and you puncture through the ass plate, and then the plate like shatters like a ceramic plate that's been dropped, and little brass and steel pieces begin falling, and then the whole thing crumbles around you as you're just like standing there, your sword puncturing where its ass was. Kelly's looking at you through where the ass used to be.
We're staring at each other through a cod plate.
And so as it crumbles and Kelly's looking at me, I say, that guy was a real asshole.
I could see why you would think that.
Oh man.
Okay.
It goes over to the Elven script above it, and we get subtitles. Real asshole. That's all their names.
It's just his title.
Yeah.
The asshole.
Man, okay.
You guys
so
pull
now
yourselves
we've
together,
leveled up-
dropping quips to each other real quick, just like every hero party does right as they defeat the bad guys.
Do you guys want to take use some hit die, or how do you feel about that? Because we've got a lot of HP we could recover.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind rolling a hit die.
Yeah.
Or 4.
Especially Daka.
So you guys are going to take a
Daka
short
will be-
rest and blow some hit dice and recover any short rest abilities.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
All right, talk to me about
yeah.
where and how you're setting up that short rest.
I'll poop on back over here with everyone else.
Okay.
Since I already know that there's a hell beast somewhere in here, we'll probably like
That is accurate.
grab some of the armor or like some of the debris and like shove it in front of the door.
There's no
Is
door
this a
here.
door here?
There's a doorway, but there's no door. That is a staircase
Oh,
that leads deeper in the facility.
I mean, we could just keep a watch.
yeah, just keep a watch on him then. There's
Okay.
also this weird thing that I passed by last time that I don't remember what it is. I think it was talking to me, but I don't remember what it was saying.
That's right. It's like a ghost or something. Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
it was like a ghost VI, the things that you would like show up
It
on
was like a
Mass Effect, being
hologram
like,
or
hey,
whatever.
you know where things are? You want to know?
All right, I'm gonna spend I'll spend a D10. Oh, actually, yeah, D10. Fuck it. Why not? Hey, solid. That's what I needed.
Damn. Full
I'm gonna
health,
use-
boys.
I'm going to use 2.
Sadly, that's the highest HP related thing you've ever rolled.
It's true. But it'll get me up to full
Wow.
with
Almost
Damn.
full, but not
What
quite.
happened, you guys? I feel like the party is attacking itself really
I
badly.
said
tonight.
sadly. I mean, it's,
Really badly tonight.
a verifiable
Is it
fact.
me? Did I set an example for you? Did I encourage this behavior in my children?
We learned from watching you, Dad.
I don't. That's entirely possible. I don't know if you guys know who Swargula was, or is, I guess I should say. Swargula showed up again, and we were playing in a game together, and he's like, Arthur, you used to be a lot more polite. And I was like, yeah, that was before all the sociopaths started hanging around with me and fucking with my channel.
I remember when you used to be kid friendly, dude.
Yeah, I remember that too.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, he tried to get kid friendly, and then I wasn't allowed on his shows
I
anymore.
was about to say, if you were
No swearing, no sex, that kind of stuff. We did a really good mouse guard game. And then the one guy who I thought would be kid friendly, I'd never heard him swear before. In like 3 years of knowing him, he rolled really poorly like 3 times in a row on mouse guard and dropped a fuck. And I was like, well, I literally made this show so that one of my friends' kids could watch it. And that's it. We're over. And from that point on, everybody started swearing.
And
And
then
I-
8,000 anime waifu pictures just blew up the screen and it was all over.
Arthur just says, fuck it, head in his hands, turns back around. I got whiskey in one hand, cigar in the other. I'm just swearing.
Look, friend, I don't want to hear shit about your whiskey when I've got this nice bottle of exotic dark chocolate rum right here.
You can get that the fuck out.
You've never even had it. Don't knock
I don't
it
have to
until
have
you
chocolate
try it.
rum to know it's a terrible idea.
Man,
Yes, you do.
Guys, I love the bands tonight, guys. This is great.
Yeah, let me tell you
This is
something,
from
man.
like last week.
Chocolate rum is like drinking tawny port.
I just have some H2O over here.
Look,
Yeah.
I love Tawny Port, I really do, but I don't know how chocolate rum compares to that shit.
Chocolate rum is excellent.
Okay, all
That's
right,
it.
I'll accept that analogy. That's good. Tawny,
Yeah, that's
Tawny
it.
Port. I can drink that shit. I can neck that shit out of a bottle, man.
Good.
That's
Yeah,
all good.
that's exactly how port was designed. Do you know that port bottles are rounded at the bottom because you aren't supposed to close them once you've opened them? They're not meant to be put
I
back
believe
down
it.
straight. They will
I've
fall
heard
over.
that.
They're like the Pringles of adult beverages.
Yeah,
Once you
exactly.
pop-
Once you pop it, you just can't stop it.
That's right.
The best, no, but honestly, the best port I've ever had is my dad had this wine casket that would sit on the, like an actual barrel that would sit on the
Yeah.
on the kitchen bench, and he had that filled with port. And I don't know
Yeah,
what
it's fucking
fucking port that
delicious.
was, but that shit was fucking good.
Yeah.
It's like a app.
That's because over
great.
here we got Mr. Whiskey talking, and I'm like, Brandy, motherfucker. That's where I'm at.
Yeah, whiskey. I'm a Mr. Whiskey kind of guy, but yeah, I'll fucking stab a hobo for some 20 port. You know what I'm
Long
saying?
Island iced tea.
Ugh.
Zima.
Ugh.
Parrot
What are
Bay.
you?
What are you,
Are you a
white
20-year-old sorority girl? What's happening right now?
I actually happen to like pumpkin spice, motherfucker.
Oh,
And I
gee.
want to point out that like micro-brewed
You are a
craft
basic
beers are the male version of pumpkin spice, where everyone's like, "Oh yes, dogfish head. Yes, you can taste the
You know what?
distinct
I
notes of the
agree with
low
that.
hops counts."
Oh,
I agree with
God.
that, and I can't stand that shit either. So
All right, look, as long as we're done insulting each other and vast majorities of the audience in the process.
You're not a man till you're drinking this highball
Whiskey straight
screech.
from the bottle,
Yeah.
covered in
This-
deer's blood.
You know those trillions of bacteria that reside in my body? Now there's only a couple billion.
Arrgh.
You set a watch. Nothing happens. The facility is eerily silent compared to the clanging of metal on metal that you've been encountering over and over again.
Do any of us read Elven? Agram, do you?
It's a great question.
No, I read the signs the first time we were in here.
Do you remember what they said?
They were all titles and honorifics for. I do actually have
All right.
notes somewhere. It was just just like this person, like one guy had some title, something to do with building a house or
That's
building.
correct. These are fallen elven heroes
Yeah,
who
something
are
like
being
that.
honored.
Bringing up our doc. See, because elves are apparently very important right now.
It's going to be up there a ways because we
Elves
got
are
it.
so hot right now.
I believe that elves
Elves are
believe
so hot
themselves
right
to be
now.
very important.
Yeah.
I don't
you
know if
had
they
this-
actually are.
You know, Zoolander will always be quotable forever. Like
No.
I can't.
No, it won't.
Yeah, well.
Look, just one guy from that is going to have to come out and just be like a really bad racist or something, and then
Oh shit! I gotta roll to see how many arrows I pick up.
Owen Wilson's broken nose is so homophobic.
What?
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about now.
Never mind.
It's a hate symbol.
I'm fucking confused, mate.
Oh my God!
You didn't get any?
No, I pick them both up.
Oh hell yeah.
Oh yeah. How many-
Boom.
All right, your
It's from
rest
2
ends.
episodes. How many did I actually shoot? 1, 2.
Yeah, nothing like arrow micromanagement. Next, we're gonna be
That's right.
talking about rations all day.
Hell yeah.
All right. So, are we looking for this hell beast, or
It's literally in the next
No, it's-
room, most likely. It was down here or something like that, right?
yeah, it was down there. But there's going to be there was this hologram thing down the stairs right here.
Yep. Do you guys, since we know that a Hellbeast is coming up, do you want me to take lead?
If I remember correctly,
yeah.
Doc, correct me if I'm wrong. It
Right.
was like it raised its head up and looked at you as you walked in there. It didn't come find you, right?
Oh no, space, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Cool. Over half. Sorry, what?
The hell beast. It was like asleep or something when you walked in there, right?
Yeah, I got to here and then it woke up.
Kelly, as you
Okay.
descend the staircase, there is like a platform, almost like a bench, from which sparks to life kind of a bluish figure. It looks like a communications hologram from Star Wars. It's almost like a silvery blue, translucent moonlight outline of a figure wearing a mask. Clearly, they're elven-ish, given their ears coming to long points. Wearing white robes, or bluish white robes, that begins speaking to you, but you don't understand the stupid elf language, so it sounds like gibberish to you.
I don't understand you. Do you speak something a little less flowery?
The figure fizzles for a moment and then begins moving in the exact same way as when you saw it the first time.
I
Just a
never
few
saw it the
moments.
first time.
No, I mean just a few moments ago. It basically makes the same gestures and moves its mouth the same way, makes the same noises.
No, really, I don't understand you. Can you say something else?
So you're just like standing in the stairway, looking out at it, asking it to do something else.
Is it speaking Elven? Sorry,
Yes, it is. It's repeating the same sequence again. It is speaking quietly.
I'm gonna turn to Agrim because this will jog my memory. Be like, oh yeah, there's a thing that speaks Elven, and none of us do. So, please, sir.
Yep, I'm on it.
All right, Kelly, as you march forward, you find yourself looking into another room. There are 3 drains in the floor. Other than that, it looks like the entire area has been cleared out and even cleaned out. Where one would expect a falling of dust, given the amount of time that might have passed since this place has been opened. There's nothing here. As compares to the other rooms that you've been in where there was significant roughage on the floor.
What about smell?
The smell in here, it is...
Lemons. Weird, huh?
No, it's kind of faint. Make a perception check. You're like, it smells like gelatinous cube in here, and I'm all out of ass.
Perception. There it is.
That's right, I mixed 3 of those together.
Wow.
All right, you smell the faint odor of a dead body.
Oh, that all out of ass joke would have worked when Finley killed the thing.
I know.
Damn.
Shit.
Wow. That would have been the joke.
Don't worry.
Right now.
Next time, buddy. Next time.
All right. That's my fault.
I'm here to chew
apologize.
bubblegum and kick ass, and I'm all out of ass. And then
Now,
you pop a bubble of a brand name bubblegum. Agrim, as you come down, the creature that is being projected makes certain hand movements and then goes, "Welcome."
Does it continue or does it stop and wait?
I mean, it seems to be waiting for someone to say something to it.
Howdy.
Hello. You are the first visitor in Date Unknown.
That's great. What is this place?
This is the Warfare Superiority Research Center X04, the Hailstone Hideaway.
I was not expecting an answer like that.
Please hold for one moment.
Can you repeat that?
There is a blue light that begins descending from the ceiling, like a flat panel. That the ceiling's only about 10 feet tall, so it's moving towards Kelly fairly quickly. Do not be alarmed. Please hold. Please hold. What do you guys do?
I stepped there.
Hold.
You're stepping forward. You're stepping out of the room. As that happens, the light turns red. Agrim, you hear it saying, "Warning, containment has been breached. Now accessing defensive protocols. You have 30 seconds to resume scanning."
Kelly, you can get Ben back in the room, please. There's a thing that's pissed.
It's a blue light. I'm not going to stand in.
It's a red light now, and
It's a red light now, and it's
staying
pissed
up there.
off. It's giving us 30 seconds to.
I'm outside the light, right, Arthur?
Yes, you are. You have 20 seconds now.
I'll step forward.
I'm not going to go in the light.
I'll step forward.
You have 15 seconds now.
I'm already in the light.
It really wants.
No, the light is in the whole room, and it's coming down. The whole room is being scanned.
Oh. Kelly, get in
You
the
have
room.
10 seconds.
Red
Fine.
is never good.
If we die, it's your fault.
Fine.
It continues its path down in blue light. It's getting closer, Kelly.
I'm just looking at it. I'm just like...
It passes over you. It begins passing over each one of you at a different interval because you're all at different heights.
We wake up.
God. Oh God, it hurts so much.
Accessing.
We're all going to die down here.
Human genome not found. Access approved.
Yay!
No, it hates humans as much as we do. Nice. Can you repeat what you did before there, AP? Because what I
could.
wrote down was Elven Armor Room, War something. What now? X something something.
Elven DARPA. That's all you need to put down.
Elven DARPA would not be that far away.
Is this where the elves hit the reset button on humanity? Is that what it is? Yeah, this game is literally like, yo, fuck humans, the role playing game.
All right,
Can
you've
I
all been
move
bathed in a blue light and declared to be not humans. What would you like to do?
I
I go
Take
back
off
there.
my mask and reveal I've been a human all along.
a human baby.
Well, we wake up in a
What's me?
because we all turn around.
What's the opposite of two short people in a trench coat? Like that's what half of a tall. No,
You thought that was a halfling, but it was me, a human.
half an Ani.
I like the idea that it's just a human crouched down the entire time we didn't notice.
Never look behind and just see like
That's
the
why
legs
his
coming
movement
back.
speed is 5 foot less than everyone else's.
It makes so much sense.
Because he's crouch running everywhere.
It's tough for me to walk like that.
Oh, man.
None of this is true.
Are we moving in more?
I don't know. What are you doing?
I warned Kelly that there is a hellhound last time in here, but I didn't
Good.
stop.
I
him.
can understand that. I don't understand blue lights. That's crazy.
Well, let's move under the room then.
Also, there was a dead body in here, just so you know. I'm gonna go there. If they say that there's a hellhound over there.
As you move around the corner, Kelly, there's a fucking hellhound staring right at you. Its yellow eyes burn with a intense hatred as it stands up to its four paws and looks at you. Agram, Finley, Daka, you weren't surprised to see, as described previously by Daka, in this corner, there's a hole cut into the ground.
Is that like an extra drain, or is that not a drain?
If it's a drain, it's a very large drain.
Does it have a covering on it, or is it just a hole in the ground?
It's just a hole in the ground.
Yeah, and I didn't have a chance to really look at anything in here because I died pretty much instantly.
Technically, Finley died.
You didn't die. Finley died.
Yeah, 9.
Right,
Yeah.
we got reset.
Yep. The hellhound is just staring at you, Kelly, as if daring you to come into the room. As you continue to wait, it begins making a low growling noise.
What do you want to do? Are we jumping down the hole? Or are we going in here?
Well, there are four
What's
of
up here?
us
Can I
now.
see up here?
When you
Yeah,
begin so it is a 10-foot wide staircase that goes up 10 feet.
Does it kind of go like that, like a staircase, or can I not see past?
No, so it goes this way. I'm gonna show chat goes this way. You can't see any farther into it because it's up and
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
Gotcha.
We've got a better chance of taking on this hellhound now than I did before. So
now that you're all talking, the hellhound like opens its mouth to lick its lips or chops or whatever. As it
I
does,
throw a ration.
there's like flame that comes out. Oh, when you throw it a ration, it catches it in its mouth and then flame cooks it by breathing on it real quick, and then begins.
Can I make an animal handling check, maybe?
No, because it's not an animal.
Fair.
It's actually a devil.
Okay.
did I try talking infernal to it last time? I think I did.
What do you want to say?
What up, homie? We're not human.
What I can't remember what I said to the last time. I think I was like trying to calm it down in infernal.
I thought you said good dog or something stupid.
No, I was like, settle down. Like we're not here to.
Yeah, if there's one thing that makes people settle down, it's saying settle down. Like
No,
when
but
someone
it-
tells me, trust me.
It's the tone of it more than the words of it.
You said demon? Or is it a fiend?
Devil.
It is a fiend.
Oh,
Fiend?
Mhm.
Okay. That's interesting. So I sort of. Oh no, I can't. I can't change my spells, can I?
Nope.
What
You need a
do,
long rest.
what do I know about? I don't know if I know too much about elven culture. Like, Egram might know more, but like everything
make a
up
history
till
check?
now has been.
You make a history check.
I could. I'm not very good at it. No.
Not being good at it doesn't
You're correct.
prevent you. What? I mean, yeah, all of your wildly racist beliefs are true.
But like, specifically a link between elven stuff and demon.
I mean, you know, everybody knows that elves are powerful, long-lived wizards. Who knows what they could get up to? I mean, they fucking invented owl bears, for God's sake.
I guess, but it's just like my thought process. I'll speak this out loud quickly. Just like everything up till now has been elven. I don't know if a hellhound. I don't know if there's anything we can do to
I mean, it's not doing anything.
just growling, right?
It's just sitting there.
If we start looking around this room,
You might try something if you try going through that doorway right there.
I gave it some food.
Mm-hmm.
It might like me.
Well, we have an option. We could take a long rest, and I can commune with my god, and change my spells.
taking a long rest with a hellhound right there might not be an optimal idea.
Yeah.
Well, how about this? And I just step here.
You're stepping into the hallway.
Yep.
All right, you arrive there. The dog continues to stare at you.
Okay. Then I take a step back. You were about to say something?
I was going to mention the room now that you're deeper in and have a better
sure.
look at it. So this room also appears to have had all of the furniture, all of whatever was in here removed. There are weird holes in the wall. Instead of having drains on the floor, it instead looks like there's weird drains on the walls instead, often in clusters of 2 or 3 at a time. There are 6 of them, 2 on the north wall and then 4 on the southern wall.
Okay. The room might flood or something like that if we're not careful, but
Fire.
If it was a research facility, it might be like a quick, like
Yeah. Cleanup sort of thing.
decontamination, whatever, cleanup.
all right. Well, I'm taking a step forward.
All right. The hellhound continues to stare directly at you as you get closer and closer towards it.
Can I check this hole back here?
Yeah. What do you want to do?
Just like take a look down there because I've got dark vision. See if there's anything I can see.
So it's super weird for you, right? It's not that this thing goes down very far. You're pretty sure, given like the ashy scorch marks along the edge of it, it only goes down about 2 or 3 feet. But the bottom is completely, it's like straight down. Bottom is just completely black. You can't see past it. Like there's no floor per se. There's just a thing of blackness.
Does it look like the plane or the whatever to the Fey realm that we saw before?
The Fey realm thing was a misty,
Like a fog.
yeah, misty fog that you went into.
Yeah, but
And
we
when you
couldn't
went
see
back,
that
it was through a
before.
tree. I mean,
All right.
Well,
what do you want to
what's
do?
around the?
So does this dog look like? Sorry, does this dog look like it's going to like it's preparing to attack?
I mean,
Or
it
is
looks like it's a dog that's on its guard. It could attack at any time, like a savage beast.
It seems.
Okay.
It doesn't seem feral. It must be tamed. Didn't attack on sight.
I'm going to take a step here.
Okay. The dog continues looking in the same direction. Its eyes lock onto Finley now. It's completely ignoring Kelly now that he stepped out of its gaze.
Guys, it might be looking for Long Pig. So
I'll
perhaps you should come in one by one and come behind me, maybe.
I'll step here.
Daka, this hole's weirding you out, man. There's something freaky about it. You just don't know what's going on.
Throw a rock down there.
That's what I was gonna do.
Okay, you're gonna just kick a rock down.
Mm-hmm.
The rock drops down about 3 feet, and then it's kind of like watching water boil if rock was water. As it hits what would be the bottom, the rock simply discorporates some of the ash from its explosion, coats the walls, and then the rest of it drops into something. You don't know.
Is there anything around the room other than the drains?
Nope. Room is completely empty.
Must be like a garbage disposal.
Yeah, so I'm thinking it's a body shoot. That's what I'm thinking.
Either a body chute disposal, yeah, disposal, or maybe this thing came out of it or whatever. Because like it seems like some sort of portal magic.
Drumurboy's using his head.
I'm not messing with the garbage chute. I've seen Star Wars. I know what happens. All right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
They
follow.
escape in Star Wars. The garbage chute works perfectly.
There was also a thing living in there.
Yeah, but it worked perfectly.
Anyway, so I'm gonna follow suit. So I guess I'm gonna move my way same path.
They're dying!
A little short to be a
Stormtrooper.
Yeah. I'll just group up
You're a little
together.
short to be an elven scientist.
This time I'll stay in Infernal.
We ain't no long pig.
Are you tamed and where's your master?
Okay. When you speak in Infernal, it actually moves to turn towards you and growls again. Its eyes make it seem like it can understand you to some extent. It has an intelligence to it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, give it a pen and paper.
It has paws.
Right? It doesn't have opposable thumbs.
Yeah. Doesn't have thumbs at all.
It growls when it hears its own language or like
Yeah.
the language it understands.
Yep.
Oh, do that thing where you say growl once for yes, growl twice for no.
I want to see. I have that class skill. I wonder if it's only for beasts or anything
It's
that
only
can
for
understand
beasts.
me.
It's only for beasts,
Mhm.
if I remember correctly. I know
So-
Lauren is.
Things turn slightly alarming as it turns. It's tracking Kelly again. Kelly has also turned sideways towards the beast, and it sees Gygax in the backpack. And that's when saliva begins dripping from its mouth, but the saliva sets on fire when it touches the ground.
Mm-hmm.
And
Nice.
it looks like to it, Gygax is a snack, but not the kind with 2 C's, the kind with a CK.
Okay, so like Taylor Swift.
Really? You want to consume Taylor Swift? You would like to eat Taylor Swift?
Isn't that what being a snack is all about?
Yeah.
It's right here, ladies and gentlemen. Dave confessed to cannibalism. He wants to eat his least favorite celebrities.
Oh, welcome to my abode. Would you like some Swift and Ritz?
Wow, that's actually pretty good. I'll give you that one.
Oh, whatever, man.
Well, time to move. It looks a little hungry, and I'm gonna go over
Yeah.
here.
Okay.
I'm gonna take out a ration, kind of like wave it, and like in Infernal,
Oh,
say,
it fucking
"Here,"
tracks that shit.
and I'll just throw it to the corner of the room over here.
What do you mean, what's my obsession with Taylor Swift lately? I believe that Taylor Swift's one of the greatest musical artists of the 21st century, and that she's a nice young lady. When she's
Yeah.
not being a nice young lady, she's one of our greatest trolls. All right, when you throw that thing, this thing like, boom, exactly like what you would think a dog chasing a frisbee if a dog chasing a frisbee was on a fucking jet engine.
And at that moment, we freaking Scooby-Doo out of here.
Zoinks.
Yeah.
Kelly, as you crest the top of the room, your dark vision doesn't extend into the next area, but you can vaguely see that the tiling in the next kind of destination is very different than what you're looking at now. There's a lot of geometric patterns. There's also strange, faintly glowing red runes It definitely seems magical.
Guys,
This next
we got
room,
some sort of weird thing.
there's like a 10-foot by 10 staircase that heads down. You can see that there's like bedding, there's pillows and blankets. They all look very ragged and completely worn. There's little insects hanging out in them. Like when you come up, you see little cockroaches skittering and shit.
So you said there's rags and stuff over there?
Yes.
Okay. Considering the rest of this place has been pretty immaculate, it's weird to see that now. Okay. Well, I can. Where did you say the runes and shit were?
They're in this next area.
Okay. All right then. Well, I'll just continue.
Okay. All right. Where is everybody else when Kelly reaches that point?
I'm walking fairly quickly with purpose
Yeah.
away from this area.
Away from Hellhound.
Up where they walk.
I'll kind of stick behind Kelly, kind of covering him from behind.
Excellent. That's great. When that happens, Kelly, you notice there is a figure with
Oh shit! This guy's in here.
with a great sword. He has pushed himself up against the wall and is looking up at you while you're looking down at him. His skin is gray and ashen. You can see that he doesn't have any lips. There's no nose. It's been cut off. There's just a hole, and one of his eyes is missing. As that happens, there's like this strange, spooky, black, floating creature that hovers up beside the party and goes, "Ah!" and just begins screaming really loudly. The first figure that you encounter, Kelly, goes, "No, stop. They're not human. Let's talk to them first."
I thought you were gonna say that he was gonna start air guitaring all of a sudden.
No.
'Cause it looks like he's holding like a.
It's friggin' Eddie and
So this guy begins like walking.
Bruce Dickinson.
Are you doing anything?
Iron Maiden. Yeah.
What is your
not really.
what is your response as he starts like walking towards the staircase to make his way up to you?
Hello, friend. It's good to see someone in here that doesn't want to harm us.
Well, that remains to be seen. You look pretty tasty.
Like a
You look
snack.
lovely, also.
Thanks.
Thank you. I'll take that as a compliment, I suppose. What is your name? My name is Kelly.
My name is Experiment Subject X351.
Is he really Mr. X? Are we RE2ing this? Nice.
X gonna give it to you. What?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's a pleasure to meet you, Mr. X.
It's just X351.
Or is this like Wolverine?
I don't know.
Well, what is it?
Wolverine
What is it? What are you doing here? Out of curiosity, if you don't mind me asking.
This is where I was born.
I see.
I must defend this location from human interference.
Yeah, they seem to ruin a lot of things, those humans.
Yes.
What can you tell us about this facility?
My knowledge of this facility is limited. It is empty. My creators are gone. And the experiment has ended. Ever since the Acheron Silverblade incident, we've been shut down.
That was the name of the dude we killed. Right?
Yep. It's the name of the sorcerer in the salt mine, or whatever he was.
Is there something we can do for you? I mean, are you trapped here? Bound or something?
I'll speak up and be like, what was Acheron Silverblade? What was the incident?
I have no knowledge of that.
Was he or were they a good person, or were they?
They are a researcher with the facility.
Because they are now dead.
All things die in time.
He was alive up until a few weeks ago.
It just stares at you, blinking its one eye.
Can we help you at all?
What were the books we found with him?
Would you like to offer your flesh?
I'm pretty partial to my flesh, but if you're hungry, we can perhaps make you a meal or something.
I don't see any humans with you.
Translocation.
No, I don't make a habit of consorting with those types.
There is nothing that I want from you then.
Does the name Tarnax Lemonochrome mean anything to you?
Tarnax the Monochrome is the progenitor of the experiment.
Which experiment?
The experiment.
Like you experiment? Experiment that created you?
It stares at you. You get the idea that this thing either isn't very smart or just doesn't know a whole bunch.
Or both?
It is, however, coherent and has some knowledge.
Mm-hmm. Can you take us to...
I cannot leave this chamber.
Is this the place you were born?
I don't want to leave this chamber.
It's fair.
Will you allow us to continue on?
There is nothing that conflicts with that objective.
That's good to know.
Is there anything we should know about in the following rooms?
The experiment in there has been contained. It is against protocol to release it. Do you have authorization?
We were authorized by the blue thing at the front.
Guest privileges are not the same thing as administration.
How do we go about getting that then?
You will need to speak with the administrator.
Okay.
The administrator's long dead.
It would seem that you have a problem.
Well, as long as we don't let it out, I'm sure there's no problem.
We really don't want to let it out.
Do as you want.
All right. Well, I'll start walking towards
Yeah, it just stands there.
the next thing.
As you walk past it, the shadow creature is seething. It's vibrating in its mist form with barely contained rage.
This
Can
guy
I-
down here.
What
Yes.
kind of check would I need to make about that to know like
it would be a
anything about
religion.
it? Religion?
Yep.
Sick. 17.
The creature you've been speaking to is a white. It being a white explains a lot about why this facility has no living creatures in it. Simply by being in a white's lair, they automatically kill everything from beasts to plants in their general vicinity. The other creature is a wraith. Both of these creatures are extremely deadly and have a possibility of turning you into a copy of them upon your death.
Mm-hmm.
They're extremely effective multiplicative guards.
So these are things we don't want to fuck with just yet.
What about this guy's armor and stuff like that? Is this of note?
So he's got
There's a
a
picture that makes it look fairly ornate or whatever.
yes,
so.
he's got a sheathed greatsword over his back that definitely has very elven tones going on. The armor is pretty fine. It's studded leather. It's got a skull motif on its shoulder boards. As you look closer to it, it kind of looks like those might be actual human skulls and not just like recreations.
Sweet. I would wear that. Okay, and he has nothing else on him. No like keys or nothing. No.
There don't appear to be anything like that. As you continue to move deeper in the facility, he moves over to where the bedding is and just lies down on his back, staring at the ceiling, not moving, not blinking, not breathing.
Ooh,
Pattern.
look, guys! I see a treasure chest. Yeah.
The pattern in the next room makes me think that it's a puzzle floor, though.
So every inch of this floor is covered by a different pattern in each block. each of the wall panels and ceiling panels also have different repeating but never side to side blocks. And inside of those blocks are script runes in Infernal, glowing in faintly red. So even those who don't have dark vision can easily make them out.
Hooray!
Except for me. I can't even read, even if I wanted to.
You could make them out, you just couldn't understand them. You don't speak Infernal anyway.
What's the house one? What's the house one?
Hey!
Yeah. There's that one, and then the one that kind of looks like an archway is in a capital H.
What's the man holding the rabbit look like?
Okay.
Man holding the rabbit?
I don't know.
Yeah. This one's a series of lines. I don't understand this one.
I have no idea. I'm just gonna read the Infernal though.
Okay.
I'm just
Make an
making
Arcana check. It's not.
What is like? I'm asking Dave. What the hell is the one with the man holding the rabbit?
Yeah.
What's that?
It's like it's a
like
Polish
a-
letter. We don't have one in English.
See, I was thinking Infernal was like, you know, like Korean, you know, with like
Oh.
weird symbols. and shit
Okay.
like
No,
that.
that's not even close.
Okay, yeah.
It's closer to Norse runes.
All right.
Arcana
okay.
check.
What's
It's not
it
strictly
saying
about
then?
interpreting these because it's in code, and the code is spell language.
Do I know spells in Infernal? I know.
I mean, you know vague magic, so Arcana will tell you whether you're good at this or not.
Does being a tiefling give me anything
No.
here? Okay.
No, being a
12?
tiefling doesn't mean you
Gives you
know
a tail
more.
and horns.
Yeah,
I mean,
it gives you a
it's-
tail and
it's-
horns.
It's like the reason I have Infernal, because that's what you get as a
Yes,
tiefling.
that you know the language, but the language doesn't make you able to understand.
Okay. Look at
Anything
that 12 on Arcana.
Yeah, this is tough. It's definitely some sort of containment. That's all you get out of it. I mean, you get various words: barrier, seal, break, gold. That's all you got.
Is it only on this tile, or
It's
is there
on
Infernal-
every single tile, and it's written like hand sized along massive geometric patterns. I mean, there must be hundreds of thousands of lines of script just in this room alone. Can't relate. Do you guys release the genophage?
If it works on the humans, if it works on the humans, it'll stop him. It'll solve the problems for all of us.
Yeah. I'm tempted to just walk into the room, but
I mean, I would warn you against it, but if you can do what you want.
You literally step out of the way. Like, be my guest, dumbass.
like- Every single tile in there says, don't go in there.
But it's the only way to go.
In there.
We could go back.
And go
Tell the
where?
farmer he's got an elven war something beneath his house.
yeah, and then he
Could
walks
you-
in here and
Could you imagine?
He walks in here and gets absolutely roasted, and we continue on our way.
Did we take his farm? There, that's where we start our business, boys.
Convert the sub levels into it's our own little X mansion.
what can you tell me about this wall over here, Arthur?
It's a wall. You can't see this treasure chest. So
I know, I get it, but okay, how about this one? This wall.
flat, blank wall.
Yeah.
Everything here appears to be carved directly into bedrock stone.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I also believe a white what they say, even though it's like they were created here, I guess. Do you guys want to vote on it? Go in or not?
I mean, I'm pretty curious.
I'm curious too. And
but I also don't want to
and
die
honestly-
again.
oh, then you shouldn't be an adventurer. I guess.
Now that I have like a first trauma, I don't know how, like, what the threshold is for more traumas.
Oh, by the
tell
way,
you
I don't
what.
know if you said, but Henley's trauma is he cannot communicate magically or in any way that's not directly
He
in
has
front of
to
someone.
face to
And
face.
Can't even shout.
Did you tell them mine?
Shiny
Yours
shit.
is just whatever I decide to.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
Yours
yeah,
is
yeah.
completely
This
random.
he's a kleptomaniac.
Well, no, I just made
Right.
him a kleptomaniac because it was funny.
Mhm.
we
all right,
almost
then.
killed Aardvark over it.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
it
So
would
I'm
have been
going to-
hilarious.
I'm just gonna walk in then.
Okay.
Do it.
Let me ask you a question, Kelly.
Hmm.
If Kelly had an ideal male partner, let me, he's
Like a
your
battle
Gerard
partner,
Butler. He's the guy that you're allowed to go for. You know what I mean?
Like as in like this is a romantic thing.
Yeah, romantic. Literally a
for
sexual
Kelly?
partner. Yeah, for Kelly. Ideal male partner.
It would probably have to be like a renowned, like someone who would probably be able to fight him in combat. Because I imagine like a sexual relationship with Kelly, if it was another man, would have to be someone who can be as strong or equal to him in terms of fighting. Because I
That
imagine they
exact
spar a
person
lot as
walks around the corner. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
well.
And now we
Goddamn,
pop over to the
guys.
virtual novel Love and War.
That's better than the virtual level War and Peace. It takes you 4 weeks to get through that shit.
Wisdom save, you said?
Wisdom save. This guy
Wow.
was made for you. You have the vapors.
Oh, I do declare.
He says, welcome to my abode. I'm
I like
so
the idea
pleased
that
to
he's
see
like,
you.
oh, he just caught me coming out of the shower.
So this guy is like a hulking,
Are you here to fix
orcish,
the cable?
massive
I didn't
muscle.
order a pizza.
Yeah, I mean, look, if you wanted to be coming out of the shower, he's lightly glistening with sweat or water.
Nah, you know what?
His
it was?
hair flows gently in the breeze. It's been perfectly
He was
dried.
just swinging a sword, man. That's what it was. He's
Of course.
That was his
Yeah,
finishing
no,
move.
he's got a huge sword on his
God.
back. Massive, easily like
like-
6 feet long.
It's like I can see that you're a very fine specimen.
Thank you. I feel that you are also a very fine specimen. Why don't you come deeper inside and let's talk privately?
I
You
turn around
find
to-
yourself walking. You want to turn around, but you find yourself walking towards him.
Sure. All
You
right,
turn your
private.
head to talk to your friends, but instead you turn your head back and continue moving forward, deeper into the facility.
I'm curious what it looks like to everyone else right
Yeah,
now.
so do we see?
You briefly turn your head and then you just start walking towards this person. He disappears around the corner so that the rest of the party can't see him, and you're about to turn the corner as well.
I like this. This is good. Second death by sexual intercourse. Let's go.
Everyone gets one.
Man, consecutive death by snoo.
What do the rest of you do? It's not
just
the
looked
first time you've seen
savagely
Kelly
like,
charge in somewhere, but
I don't.
I mean, I'll step in.
all right. You're following Kelly in?
Yeah.
Kelly, you come across this mountain of man muscle laying down on a pile of very fine rugs and cushions and blankets. And as Finley rounds the corner, a brief look of irritation shows up on his face, and he says, "Welcome, newcomer. Welcome to my humble abode."
I like lean down to Finley and was like, look, man, don't cock block me, okay?
I got you. I'll be your wingman.
I was hoping that the two of you could help me with a problem.
I like coughing was like, yeah. Well, what kind of problem might that be? Like lifting a thing? Yeah, I can lift it. Lift a
I was
thing.
hoping that you could just
I have this
defile.
jar that I cannot open.
You could defile some of the etchings around here. 5 or 6 of them would greatly aid me.
You want me to defile some etchings? Yeah. I mean,
So as you're saying that, unbeknownst to you, you're just like pulling your warhammer out. You're just like, you want me to defile some etchings? You're already slamming your warhammer on the ground right in front of Finley.
I don't even read.
Finley, make what's your passive insight? Do you have proficiency in insight or any insight at all?
9.
Okay, yeah, this is totally normal for Kelly. This is exactly what Kelly would normally do.
He's really good at hitting things.
I can see that. I can appreciate that in a partner.
He's very strong.
I'm glad.
All right, Finley, look,
I'm glad you like.
in like 20 seconds, Kelly is going to be done smashing up about 30 square feet of stuff because he's just like, whew, Kelly has given everything he's got to this.
Yeah.
Like, he's raging out. He's full half orking. He's probably going to pull something or get a hernia at this point.
Yo, he's got that bloodlust.
Yeah.
You got to do the pre-smash stretch, man.
Kelly.
Okay, so I told you, don't fucking cockblock me.
Oh, no. But I'll look at the man meat, I guess is what we're calling him.
Okay, man meat. That's good nickname. We'll go with
You know
that.
that scene? You know that scene in Guardians of the Galaxy when Chris Pratt gets sprayed with a hose?
Yes, exactly. Yeah. No, from the trailer. Yeah.
Yeah, and he does that like that weird like I'm kind of tensing, but I'm trying to make it look like I'm not tensing.
Yeah.
That thing. That's what he looks like.
Exactly.
Say, man meat, are you not impressed? Isn't he good?
I'm extremely impressed.
You see that, Kelly? I think you can hold off now a little bit.
No. Once you've completed your task, there will be a reward.
You don't want to seem pushy or needy.
Make a persuasion check.
Okay.
You're right.
I'm trying to
wait 3 days before I contact him.
Where the fuck is
Oh,
that?
wow. Got to beat a 20.
Ooh.
No.
Wee.
Look, Finley doesn't know shit about the dating scene. You've never seen Finley with anybody.
No, you know what? I turn around and I looked at Finley and was like,
Look, you don't understand what it means to be a warrior like he does.
You're still smashing stuff as you're talking. All right, look, here's what happens. You smash your 6th tile. In the process, all of the tiles go out. Everything on the floors, everything on the ceilings, everything on the walls go out. Mm-hmm. And the form of the creature shifts from man meat into a still very handsome man with wings.
okay.
And he's wearing a nice charm necklace. And as that happens, we go to break.
Cool. I don't see anything wrong with this.
No, you don't see anything wrong with this. Finley, you're suddenly fucking deeply alarmed.
I am not.
Every danger sense in your body is suddenly going off that you're about to fucking die, probably.
Yeah.
You're just like, yo, what happened to dripping Chris Pratt? What's this dude?
So look, we'll be back in about.
Look over at the white. I'm like, well, this will be interesting.
Yeah. The white is still lying on his back, not moving. We'll be back in about 8 minutes for the second half. Enjoy the break music, people at home. Dave will enjoy anime funk on Roll20. That's how we're doing it. I'm gonna go find my drink bottle because I forgot to bring it with me, and I've been coughing all session.
Arthur's gonna take a long, cool, tall drink.
After that,
Of anime vixens.
Man.
Exactly. Twitch Prime.